The regional district disciplinary officer was the last person to enter the room, and the only face unfamiliar to Jannie. She had received a letter in the mail the day before the meeting, informing her that he would attend the meeting. However, she was not informed of his size. He was at least 6'8" tall. His hair was perfectly black, silky. His eyes were a pale green with a glowing quality that held Jannie's attention. She knew he would make all final decisions concerning her son's future at the school. He took his seat directly across from Jannie and changed the mood from excessively polite chit-chat to introduction of the meeting. The instant he was seated, the polite hum of small talk ceased. He spoke. "Ms. Sparrow, my name is Bobby Arrow, and I am the Regional District Disciplinary Officer for the parish." He rose to his feet and extended his arm. Jannie mimicked by standing and extending her arm upward to shake his hand, looking more like a little girl shaking the hand of a stranger than two adults. Jannie stood exactly 5 foot tall and was accustomed to looking up at people when she shook hands. Yet this handshake was not like others. The man seemed like a giant. His appearance was striking. However, this was only the part of him that a person could easily photograph. With his mouth in the position of a polite smile, he peered at her as if she were cattle or maybe just a mouse. His size and physical attractiveness pulled her attention. His mannerisms, however, gave Jannie the impression that he could reach over the table and snap her neck, and no one would dare object. The massive man continued to speak. "As you know, I asked for this meeting to discuss your son's future in our school district. Initially, we had planned to have sort of a brainstorming session. To prepare, I have spent the last week looking through your son's disciplinary file, and I have come to some major conclusions." His eyes widened and he kept going. "It is only August, 30 days since the beginning of the school year, and we have already found several incidents of conflict." Mr. Arrow stopped and flipped through a file folder. He continued. "Jesse, what was his last name? Oh, Jesse Brewer, was suspended 3 times for fighting and cutting class already this year. I will hear what his teachers have to say, as well as his principal, but I see this school is not what is best for your son. He simply cannot get along with others." 2 of his teachers began to speak at the same time. Mrs. Smith was the most assertive and continued. "He's a good kid, shows great potential for my home economics projects, but also he speaks intellectually about math and science. It would be a shame not to look at the whole picture." Everyone sitting at the oval table sat quietly for a second. Mr. Arrow took a gulp of water as the teacher spoke, then interrupted her with the announcement. "He may speak well about mathematics, but the fact is he has been suspended twice for fighting in algebra." Mr. Lowes, Jesse's math teacher, leaned forward and made his presence known. "That is my class. Jesse shows great potential, and when we speak after class, he talks about attending technical college. He could do it. He should do it. The problems are the social pressures from the other students. He does not fit in here, and finds the need to assert himself towards these students while in the classroom.